So talking about money markets. Okay, so here you have an investor. So let's take Trisha, right? Trisha or Trisha Gupta. So Trisha Gupta is an investor and she wants to buy what do you call treasury bill, commercial paper or repo. Okay, so these are all popularly called as repo, and then there is something called as a overnight lending, which the banks do it. They do it for a very short term period. What you popularly call it as call money and notice money. Are you aware about this call money and notice money? Yep. Do you have any idea about?
Yes, sir. Between banks.
Between the banks. Okay, so if you want to, in India, you cannot participate with call and notice money for a simple reason. Only banks are allowed to do that. You
So can
can
you explain a little
participate
bit
in
on what call
treasury
money
bills,
is?
call money and notice money.
Can you explain a little bit about it?
I'll come to that. I'll come step by step. Commercial paper, and third one is repo, and fourth one is call money and notice money. So we have Trisha Gupta here. She goes to a primary market dealer. We call them as primary dealers. Okay, so primary dealers, I'll give you some examples. Okay, so you have primary market dealers like Ask Capital, AK Capital. Then you can also go to JM Financials, and then you have one more big player here: AK Capital, JM Financials, SBI Caps. Okay, they're called as SBI Caps Limited, something like that. So what these guys they do, they have the two sources to get the treasury. We'll start with the treasury bill. The first one we'll start is with the treasury bill. Now, who issues treasury bills in India? Like if you want to buy, you have to give your requirement to these guys who are called as primary dealers, who will buy the treasury bills either from the issuer. Who issues the treasury bills, guys?
The government. Government.
So usually the treasury bills are issued by the government. In India,
Yes.
that function is done by whom? By
RBI.
RBI on behalf of government.
on the government. Okay, so basically they do that. Or they can even go to secondary market. We call it as money market. So they can go to the secondary market. So in secondary market, you go and shout, I want treasury bill. Okay, so how the whole system works here, that you understand. That is, now the government, if I come to, where did it go? Okay, now coming back to here, now this issuer is there, na? This issuers, their need of capital. Okay, so usually they will need money for very short period. Usually they require it for a shorter duration. Shorter duration. When you say shorter duration, how many days? 1 day, 10 day, 20 day, 90 day, 180 day, 365 day. When you say shorter duration, how shorter?
Less than a year.
Usually less than a year. Very good. Okay, so for a shorter duration, less than 365. So these guys, what they do, they issue at a face value of 100 rupees. Shorter duration. And the second thing, they issue at a face value of 100. But minimum you have to invest 25,000. Face value 100. But did you know they'll not pay any interest for this? Face value 100, minimum investment 25K. That is what you have to do. But did you know they don't pay interest? But will you still buy it?
Difference money.
How is the difference money?
We'll actually pay for. We'll pay 23K for it, and we'll get 25 back, something like that.
Can you become more technical part here?
They are issued at discount.
Very good. They're issued at a discount. Who decides the discount? These papers are issued at a discount. That means they will sell it at less than the face value. Will be issued less than the face value. Okay, issued less than face value. So my question is, who decides the discount?
Government.
RBI.
RBI on the paper.
No, RBI. RBI is issuing. Okay, oh, fine. You're saying issuer only will decide the discount. Okay.
Investor.
Based on the interest rate.
Who said investor? Who said investor? What's your name?
Suman.
Suman, you're absolutely correct. It's called auction mechanism. Discount is calculated by the auction mechanism. Okay, so some spellings may be wrong here because the paint does not have autocorrect. Okay, so apologies for that. So here you guys have, there will be a bid and there will be a ask. Bid means at what rate you are willing to bid. So first you have to give a bid. So here, for example, Suman will bid. Suman is not Suman. We had Trisha, right? Yeah, Trisha. Okay, investor will bid at. First of all, there will be when they're issuing the paper. Who the government, whenever they're issuing the paper here, I don't know what happened to my keyboard. Okay. So when they're issuing the paper here, they'll mention only two things. What are the two things? The issuer will mention. The one is obviously the face value, and second thing, it will mention for how many days they're borrowing. Assuming they're borrowing for 365 days. That is 365 days, 181 days, or 182 days, or 92 days, 182 days, 91 days. Like this, they mention the duration for which the government will borrow. So currently government GST collection is very less. They badly need money. So what they do, they say, RBI, please go and auction the paper. So that time what RBI will do, RBI will come here to this money market and say, we are going to issue 15,000 crores, 15,000 crores worth of 365-day T-bills. Like this, they will basically 365-day T-bills. Like this, they give a notification. So now anyone can participate, including Trisha also can go and participate there. Okay, so my question here is that, so like this, they give a notice and you can go and yeah. So coming back to the question here, they want 1,500 crores. I said 15,000 crores for 365 days. So my question is, how is the discount decided? That was a question. Some of you said investors will decide. Now what happens is that Trisha will have a minimum expectation. Trisha will say that I want at least 6.25% in 1 year. Trisha's expectation is how much? 6.5% per annum. This is her expectation. 6.5%. .5% is her expectation. So at what rate should she bid this? At what rate should Trisha bid? 6.5% she requires. Face value 100. Yes, please give your answers. Did you all understand the question here?
93.5.
90.
3.5.
Do you all agree with the answer? Does everyone accepts this answer?
Yes, sir.
93.5. Okay. We'll take another investor here. Okay. For example, one more investor, I'll call it as LIC, because LIC has got lot of money, so they also participate here. So when LIC is coming and participating, what do we call them? If LIC is coming and participating, what do we call them?
Institution.
Retail.
We call it as domestic
Yeah, yeah,
institutional investors. And in a similar fashion, if JPMC is coming and bidding, what do we call them?
FIIs.
FIIs, fantastic. Foreign institutional investors. So you have domestic investors. So here, Trisha, you are telling will bid at 93.5, right? So the logic here is, if she bids at 93.5, after 365 days, she will get 100 rupees. So you are telling she will get 7.5 rupees, sorry, 6.5 rupees profit. Can we go ahead with this answer? 6.5 is her gain. What we call?
So it's more now, sir. For 93.5 to 100, it's more than 6.5.
Oh yeah.
It's more than 6.5. For 100, 6.5 is.
Yep.
Sir, 93.5, 6.5 is lesser. It's not 100.
So Trisha is bidding 93.5. Her bid is 93.1. Remember, not my answer. It's your answer. And on the maturity, for example, what's the date today? Today's date is 14th. Okay, so 14th September ko, if she is bidding at 93.5, and then in the year 2000, should I mention the date here? Okay, 2020, 14 September, she's giving 93.5, and here she's going to get 100 on, let's say, 13th September. Is it a leap year by any chance? 2021, no, na? So then if it is not a leap year, on the 14th September 2021, she will get 100 rupees. So this is what your answer, not mine. Give and take. So this is all about treasury bill. But if you think it's a wrong answer, then give me the correct answer. Question is very simple. You are giving 93.5 and you're getting 100. So she's getting 6 rupees 50 paisa as a gain. But my question, what is the return on investment for her, or what we call, what is the return, YTM, yield to maturity? That means what is her investment and how much return she has got per annum. So someone pointed out it's a wrong answer. How do we know it's a wrong answer?
The return on investment is 6.95.
Yep, 6.5%.
6.95.
6.5 divided by 6.5 divided by 93.5, it will come to 6.9. That will come to 6.95%. So it's a wrong answer. So basically, if she is bidding at 93.5, that means her yield is, if she gives a bid, she gives a bid at 93, and if these guys give 94, and JPMC gives 94.20, then obviously Trishaka request will be rejected. Why? Because government will borrow 94 from LIC and give them 100. So basically RBI has to pay only 6 rupees there. For JPMC, they are taking 94.20, they just have to give 5 rupees 80. But for Trisha, they have to pay a very high funds. Yeah. Okay, for Trisha, they have to pay higher yield. So my question to you is, what is the exact yield? What is the yield? What should be the rate at which Trisha should bid? What should be Trisha's price? I'll just close this. Okay, I'll in one of the classes I'll teach you in the upcoming classes. Like I've built some indicators and trading system. So we'll discuss about that in the upcoming class. Clear? Okay, so I'll close it because our mind will keep getting distracted towards market. Yes to all. Okay, so guys, give me the answer. I'm wondering you guys are solving it. So question is very simple. If she wants 6.5%, what should be her bid rate? If you give the correct answer, we'll go to commercial paper. Anyone? 11 of you are there. Come on.
It's like anything after 94.2.
We are in financial market. We can't say anything. Maybe you have to give the exact bid.
94.3.
94.3. Let's see 94.3. 94.3. This is that. This was the answer at 93.5. So 94.3 you're saying now. So 94.3 means you're getting a gain of how much? You're getting a gain of 100 minus 94.3. 5.7. So 5.7 divided by 10. So you're bidding at 6. You're bidding at 6.04.
Is
Wrong
the
answer.
answer
She wants 6.5.
93.89?
Huh?
93.89?
93.89. 93.89. Yep, you're almost there. You're exactly with the answer. So Trisha's rate will be 93.89. So all of you are clear with this concept?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Does anyone, okay, how did we get this 93 point?
Discounted by 106%.
Yep. So what we do here in the market, we mention 100 at the top,
Divided by 106.
and then 100 will be constant. This will be constant. Now what you do, you take 100 plus the required rate of interest, 6.5. So that will become 106. So that if you take and multiply with 100, but then multiply with 100. Okay, so that time your answer with this into this 93.89. So she has to bid at 93.89. 93.89. So here will her this thing get accepted? Will her application get accepted? Because these guys are bidding at 94, these guys bidding at 94.20. Again, we may have one more investor who wants to, let's say, like Goldman Sachs or Canada Teachers Pension Fund. Canada Teachers Pension Fund. So they may, Canada Teachers Pension Fund, they may bid at 95 because 95.20, because in Canada they can borrow at 2%. In Canada they can borrow at 2%, and if they come and give here at 95.20, 95.2, that means still they're earning 5%. So they can borrow in Canada, come and get it here. So government ka borrowing cost will be only 5% here. So my question to you is, will her application get accepted or rejected? Did you all of you understood how it's calculated, right? Basically, you take 100 divided by the required rate of return. Like it's a cross multiplication. Those who did not understand. I want 100 back. Okay, I want 100 back. And if 100 equals to 106.5%, because I'm going to get 100 rupees back, which will be equal to 106.5%. Then how much is, then you put a question mark here, cross multiplication. How much is 100%? So this is how basically you do the cross multiplication. So 100 goes on the top, 106.5 comes on the numerator, and you get the answer. Clear? So my question is, will her application get accepted or rejected, friends?
At what price, sir? At what price?
Her price is 90.
90.8.
Yeah, 93.89.
Will get rejected now, sir, because other players have bidding at 94.
Yes, sir.
Pakka, you want to lock the answer?
Yes, sir. Sir, it's almost 94, 93.89.
93.89
is almost 94.
No,
Not.
10. See, friend, if you're bidding for 1 crore, even this 89.5 paisa will also make a big difference. Half paisa for every 1 crore makes around 5,000 rupees. 0.05. This is half a paisa into 1 crore. Sorry, it makes into 50,000. It makes a difference of 50%. Is it correct? Half a paisa. Yep, correct. 50,000 rupees ka difference hoga, sir. If you round it off to 100, if you round it off to even 90 also, it will become 93 rupees 90 paisa. She will end up losing around 45,000 rupees because loss ho jayega. So, okay, now comes, you are partially right. Coming to the question, her application may get rejected. But typically what they do, they reserve some, papers for retail investors. So they will have 2 quotas. One is called as a retail investors quota, retail investors or retail participants, and another one is for institutional participants. So you have a retail participant here, and then you have institutional participants. So like this, if there is no quota, no reservation in the paper allotment, if there is no reservation done for retail, obviously her application will get rejected. She will not get any paper. Probably these 2 guys will get the paper. Again, they follow something called as a Dutch auction system, where they will see at what is the best rate they can sell maximum quantity of paper. If they can sell the paper between 94.20 to 95.20, and they arrive at the average price of 94.90, that is where most of the people have bidded, then this becomes the issue price. So 94.90, the government will issue the treasury bill, and on the maturity after 1 year, they will repay you 100 rupees back. So this is what happens in case of the treasury bill. Clear with this concept? Any doubt?
Regarding this?
Okay.
Yep.
Please
Yeah.
push it.
Please tell your name before asking the question so that I can
Piyush,
remember you. Piyush, yeah, Piyush.
Yes, sir. So recently when the sovereign gold bond came, so we got a notification from Zerodha. So therein we got an option where it was available at a 50 rupees discount
Correct.
per gram.
Uh,
Sir, so where is that 50 rupees discount coming from?
That is coming from government's pocket.
Okay.
That's coming from government's pocket. Government doesn't want you to buy gold, physical gold.
Yes,
Because
sir.
if you buy the physical gold, government will not get any, apart from GST and that import duty, it won't get anything. But if
Yes.
you give the money under the sovereign gold scheme, they actually don't buy the gold. What they will do, they'll put that money into land, building, construction, healthcare, flood, and all that.
Yes.
And when the maturity happens, and if they have to give you all the physical gold, they will go and buy the physical gold from the international markets. Or they will do another technique, they will give you the equal value of gold. If
Yes, sir.
nothing works, they'll take the gold from all the temple and all the trust wherever it is available and give it. So actually government doesn't buy gold under gold sovereign scheme. But if you buy a gold ETF, the mutual fund company will actually buy the gold.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So that comes from the government's pocket. So this retail discount and all depends from time to time how the market is and all that. Like in the current interest rate where the interest rate is currently going up. So obviously retail investors will be more than happy to park their money in bank where they get higher returns than the treasury bill. So obviously this quota will not come into play much. Otherwise, it will be all the institutionals who will be bidding and selling it. Yep. Any questions?
So Pranav here.
Yes, Pranab.
Sir, has it ever happened that the government has default on T-bills?
India or world?
India.
India, no, never. As far
Like,
as I know, post-independence, though, it has never happened. Before independence, I need to check because that time I think they were borrowing under some other scheme. So post-independence, though, never we have not defaulted.
so I mean,
Internationally, Greece has defaulted, Argentina has defaulted, Venezuela has defaulted. Then which are the other countries?
the European countries mostly.
Yeah, most of them. Russia at one point had defaulted. So
So
in
I
all
mean,
the
sir,
countries, if they ban China, the China may have default. Yep.
sir, so I mean, this is one type of what do you call a secured way of parking your money.
Exactly. When you go to MBA or when you study about investment analysis, portfolio management, there will be a formula. There will be a lot of formulas which will ask you RF, risk-free rate. So there you actually take a treasury bill rate and you put it into that. Or in the advanced program which we were discussing, now I'll teach you something called Black-Scholes option pricing model. So there also, when it comes to RF, we will be using this formula.
Okay.
Okay, so this is considered to be the most safest rate. So now let us go and check what is the rate at which RBI is borrowing. Okay, so here if you see the RBI rate, market trends, click on the market trends. See, currently RBI is borrowing at 3.5% for 182 days and for 364 days 3.63%. Matlab, so much people are parking the money in the treasury bills because if they put it in land, it may get flooded. They may not be able to sell it because of all these issues. And gold price also may come down. So where do they keep? If they keep the money in the bank, there is no guarantee that they'll get their money back. Like Yes Bank and all that scenarios may happen. So people are flooding and giving the money to the government at 3.52 to 3.63%. So this is basically called as the risk-free rate of return. Without taking any risk, if you want a return, this is the place. And remember, it's not for 182 days, they'll pay 3.52%. 3.52% is annualized. This is calculated on an annual basis. Clear? I'll give you one problem on this. You can actually then figure out the answer for me.
So what is GS?
That is government securities. So in government securities, they take money for a longer duration. In treasury bills, they take money for a shorter duration. Clear?
So what is like one side is given 5.09 and the other side is given 4.16.
That I'll come to you in the next class because that is part of the debt market. We are still in the money market.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to go to commercial papers now. Okay, so coming back to the discussion, so all of you are set to see how treasury bills are traded. It's good, yeah. This teaching through online is easy because I can show you all the screens here with a high internet speed. So RBI OMS, order matching system. This is the place you go. Okay, who wants to buy treasury bill? You have to give your quote here. I think it's closed. The market is closed. No, today it should be open. Why is it closed? Okay, yeah. So it's only thing it's not getting updated over here. So because they're only giving you the data here. But if you go to Ask Capital and all, they'll tell 192 paper. At what rate do you want to bid? So if you say, okay, I'll take this paper. We'll do this activity for the day. So friends, let's take this. Tell me at what rate you want to bid. Okay. Okay, we'll randomly take a number here. At what rate would you want to bid this paper? 11th March 2021 maturity paper. At what rate do you want to bid? Then we'll calculate the yield. Let's say you want, okay, I'll put the question in other way around. Let's say you want 4.10% yield. So at what rate would you bid this paper? 11th March 2021. 4.10, you need it for per annum, not for the number of days which is there. So if you want to bid this paper, at what rate would you bid it?
Sir, 96.06.
Wrong answer. Because it's not so easy. 96.06. I can tell you upfront it's a wrong answer. Why? Because that will be 4 rupees for 100 for 96.1. 96 point?
96.06.
06.
06.
06. 100 na friend?
Yes, sir.
So basically you are getting a yield of 3.94. Now 3.94 divided by 96, you are getting 4.10. But remember, is this for 365 days or is it for 200 and what is the number of days which is there for the maturity date? 182. तो basically government अगर आपको 182 डे के लिए 4.10% return देंगे, then for 365 days the return for the government, it will end up for RBI, they'll have to pay you a total return of, like on an annualized basis, it will come around 8.2%. Clear? Because this 4.10% is 4.10% is for per annum.
Yes, sir.
So for 182 days, you have to calculate how much.
2.5. 2.05.
Very good, very good. For 182 days, you can expect 2.25. Clear? Now, what happened?
Sir, and I think it's more than 182.
No, once again, 4.2 into. Okay, we'll check that. What is the total number of days? So 2.05% you should get for 182 days. So that time, do the same reverse calculation. 100
97.79.
yeah, sorry, reverse calculation. So that would be 100 divided by 102.05. So that would be 100 divided by 0.25 into 100. So 97.99, that is the rate which you have to quote if it is 182 days. But someone pointed out it's more than 182 days. So we'll do that also. So what you do if
Sir,
assuming
the date, the maturity date, then, sir, how do we calculate when they're gonna sell the treasury bill?
yeah, I'll tell you that. So for example, here you'll have something called as a trade date, the day on which you are making the negotiation. So what happens? Today's trade date is how much? Today we are in
September.
14th
Yes,
September 2020, correct? So this
Yes,
will
sir.
be the trade date. What is a maturity date? That will be
11
March 2021. 2021. So basic this minus this. So just convert it into number. 178 days is left out for maturity. So that time what you do the same calculation for 172 days.
178, sir.
178 days. Okay, for 178 days. Where did it go? Yeah, okay.
It changed automatically, sir.
No,
178.
one second. It will create a lot of confusion for you. Okay, so we know number of days is
178.
Number of days 178. 178. Then required returns. How much is the required return? That is 4.10 for year, 365 days. Required returns is 4.10%. Now 4.10% divided by, so this 4.70 is for how much? For 365 days. Okay, because some of them may not be able to follow me. That's the reason I'm putting it everything here. So even if there is a doubt, you can look into it. Okay, so this is for 365 days. So what we will do, 4.10% into 178 divided by 365.
So brackets.
Yep. Basically, you are expecting just around
2%.
2%. So what you will do, you'll just change the calculator here. That is somewhere we had it in the same thing. So what you'll do, 102% divided by 100%. But first divided by this. That will come around 98.03. Now convert it into this. So bid at, you put your rate here at 98.04. Yeah, this is how basically we do the bidding. But remember, this is secondary market. So in secondary market, what happens is the people who would have bought it, the institutions who would have bought it from the government, they will offer it to you here. They will offer it to you here at a particular rate. So they will mention the rate here as 98.06. Your rate was 98.04 and their rate is 98.06. So then here someone has to agree for the price. So if you agree for 98.06, obviously your yield will come down because you are paying 98.06. You will get only 92 rupee, 1 rupee 94 paise. So you get 1 rupee 94 paise here because you are paying extra 2 paise for that guy. So obviously your yield will come down. Your yield will come down because if you're getting 1.94% on 98.06, then your annual yield is sorry, your total yield is 1.98%. 1.98% for 182 days. Sorry, 178 days. And for 365 days, this into 365 divided by 178. So that time your yield will come down to 4.06. By chance, if you go with the bid of 98.06, sorry, 98.04, there is no one to sell at 98.04. Then if you increase your price to 98.06, your yield will come down. So typically when people are not very confident of the economy, everyone will start buying the treasury bills. So the paper rate starts shooting up. Clear with this question?
Sir, so 98 point something
04.
is for one
Sorry,
lot.
04 or 06? Yeah.
Yeah, 04 is for a lot or for one paper.
One paper for one unit.
So minimum you have to purchase for 25,000.
That means you have to bid for 2,500. You have to bid for 250 quantity. 250 your quantity you have to buy minimum.
Minimum. Okay.
But if you go to that market, you'll be shocked. People buy in a single bid. See here, 2,100 crores का पेपर किसी ने खरीदा यहाँ पे. कितना? 2,100 crores. This is 760 crores. This is 5 crores. So minimum they will buy and sell only 1 crore, 1.5 crores over there. Okay, because returns is very small now. So basically your quantity of paper traded should be higher here. Okay. Any questions on treasury bill?
Sir, I mean, if someone does not have so much amount, can they, like how we have mutual funds, no, sir? There's something like.
Exactly. I was about to come to that point. You came to that. So assuming that, first of all, I'll tell you what, if you go to this guys, now none of you ask me, AK Capital, JM Financials, they will tell, sir, we trade minimum 1 crore worth of treasury bill. We don't trade less than that. Even if you want to trade less than 1 crore wala paper, per annum you have to pay me 3,000 rupees as a brokerage, minimum maintenance charge, like that they will charge you. So that's the reason small investors will not go to these players and buy. What they do, I'll tell you. They basically go to something called as liquid mutual fund. Okay, so they call it as liquid mutual fund. So you have liquid mutual fund. So they go there and they buy. There are schemes. These are called as liquid. It's not actually liquid mutual fund. We call them as what's the term here? Ultra. Okay. There's a term for this in mutual fund. Okay, I'll directly take you through that website. So click on this funds, value research. So they're called liquid schemes. Now I remember. They're called liquid schemes. So just type liquid. So can you see here HDFC liquid, ICICI Prudential liquid. So if you click any of the fund, they take your money and they put it in treasury bills. See here. So they go put your money in CCIL treasury bills. So they just park the money there. Any confusion?
Sir, here the return will be a little bit lesser or?
Very, very lesser. See here, they generated around what, 0.5% in 1 week. 1% in a month, 2.65 in a quarter. So like this, they just do that here. So this is for people who have a huge capital, but they don't want to take a risk. Can you think about someone who's currently sitting with around 10 crores, which he may require after 3 months?
No, sir.
Come on, man. Someone who got 17 crores today, and after 3 months, he needs that money.
Sir, did you do it?
Yeah? Yes?
Sir, did you do it?
Not me. Someone, okay. Even in my case also, I may have some like around 10 lakh, which I may need after, what do you call, after 3 months for buying some land or paying my son's school fees. 10 lakh to school fees aayega nahi, and I'll not even send him there. Just give you an example. After 3 months, I require around 10 lakhs. So, but I need that money at that point of time. Or किसी का शादी हो रहा है. Let's say our good friend Hemant is getting married. Okay, so he has kept 20 lakhs for his wedding expenses and is waiting for the the corona restriction to be removed. So 20 lakhs, he wants it after 3 months. So in that particular scenario, my question to you, they will park the money in treasury bills because the principal amount is guaranteed, and whenever they want the money, they can go to this exchange and sell it. So there are film stars like Shah Rukh Khan will be sitting with 30 crore cash to produce one movie. So as soon as he gets the permission to start the movie, he needs that money for purchasing the whatever the set and all that thing. So he will park this 30 crore rupees in treasury bill, and every day daily he keeps earning some interest on it. Yes.
Sir, like if
Sorry
we
to
have some,
interrupt, sir. I think it's time, so because we have class at 4 as
Yeah,
Four
I was
o'clock.
about to wind up. I'm done.
Yes,
Any
sir.
question?
So one last doubt. I mean, sir, if there's some emergency and we want to remove our money within 182 days,
Hmm.
can we do that?
Yeah, you can do that. What you will do, very good question. I'll just complete this. Quickly, I'll tell you in 3 sentences. What you do, for example, you go to this market, treasury bill market. Instead of bidding, you will be offering. Here you will tell, I want 98 rupees 03 paise. That guy will tell, okay, fine, I'll give 98.03. So the matching will happen between these two, and that will become the last traded price. Clear? Okay. Anyways, it was an interesting
Yes,
topic, right? Was it like
yes,
boring?
sir.
Yes,
No, sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
so
sir.
we'll do, and then we'll discuss a lot of these stuff, commodity, currency, and all that in the upcoming class. Make sure you attend it. I'll see you on Friday then. Your next class is on Friday, na?
Thursday,
Thursday.
sir.
So
Thursday.
what about stocks?
Yeah, that also. That again, I'll have a discussion with Akila ma'am on that stock part also, and I'll get back to you. Thursday or Friday?
Thursday, sir.
Thursday, sir. That's what Anila ma'am told us.
One second, guys.